These are my top 5 video game movies and the 5 worst. Best, Detective Pikachu. This movie was so awesome, and the first video game movie that I've actually liked. The Pokemon were so cool, and it was neat to see how they would look in real life. I just had a great time watching it, and I wish there was a second. Worst, Uncharted. There were such high hopes for this movie from me, but when they cast Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, I knew it was over. They should have gotten Nathan Fillion. He's perfect and wanted it so bad. Plus, the movie just failed the story vibe check. Uncharted is such a great game, and they did it dirty. Best, Sonic the Hedgehog. This was just a phenomenal performance by Jim Carrey and James Marsden. I was a little on the fence about Ben Schwartz doing Sonic because they could have gotten Roger Craig Smith, but Ben Schwartz did a good job and I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. Worst, Monster Hunter. This was a drag. This movie was just so slow, no cute cooking cats, and it made no sense. It was just disappointingly bad. Best, Five Nights at Freddy's. One of the only horror movies that I'll ever see, especially newer releases, because it wasn't that scary and I appreciated that. Plus, seeing the animatronics in an interesting video game come to life was really cool. I know it probably wasn't the best in terms of translating the real story, but I love Josh Hutcherson's performance and I simply enjoyed this movie. Worst, the Angry Birds movie. It seemed juvenile and made for just kids to me, and I just didn't have a good time. Plus, why Angry Birds? What a weird game to make into a movie. Best, Tomb Raider. This is the only Tomb Raider movie I've watched, but I do want to see the Angelina Jolie ones. Anyway, I enjoyed seeing the cool archaeology bits and the fighting bits, and seeing a character actually look like how they do in the game. Worst, Assassin's Creed. This wasn't the worst video game movie I've ever seen, but it just didn't capture the appeal and heart of Assassin's Creed. They made a whole new assassin and mucked up the lore to the point it really wasn't Assassin's Creed. Best, a Minecraft movie. Even though it was juvenile at times, it was a pretty fun movie. Now, it could have done with less musical numbers, but all in all, it was good. Worst, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This probably is the best out of the worst movies, and the only thing that ruined it for me was the fact that Mario wasn't the hero. The fact is, Mario could have been taken out of this movie entirely and the ending would have been the same. The princess was the real deciding factor, which isn't a bad thing in other movies, but not how it should have been in a Mario movie. If you're gonna make a Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario should be the one to dictate the outcome of the story, not just someone who's there and helps out a little bit. Well, do you agree with my picks, or did they miss the mark? Comment below because